has the power and it is reaching out. So you better off elsewhere tonight. Witch among us, and she must be found before she burns this whole place to the ground. Away, away, away. Just stay out of the woods, 'cause she's up to no good unless you're prepared for a fight. 'Cause the witch has the power. So you're better off elsewhere tonight. Oh,
Oh, thank God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off the Grill podcast. Back here for another. I hope you're all doing well. This little bit of dancing I was doing really took my breath away. So we're just going to take a moment and reflect quietly as the repugnant pile of fat bullshit in front of you gets his wind. Wasn't that nice? How are we all tonight? I hope we're fantastic. I'm not. Got a pretty shitty fucking last little while. For the last week. It's kind of shitty. Various things. Shouts out to Starry, the best lemon lime soda on the market today. Love the zero sugar. Let's see who we got here. Jess Graham here. Good to see you, my boy. Big T, good evening, sir. Greetings, Gypsy Warrior. Big T says he really should play this song twice. I feel like that's happened before. Probably not on purpose. I can tell you that I did just listen to it back to back because I accidentally started the second half of the show over on the Patreon first. And I wondered why I was 3/4 of the way through and nobody was watching. It turns out nobody was watching because nobody knew that stream exists. And it's not even going to be on the Patreon until 11, so. Literally nobody. And thank fuck I caught myself. That could have been a pretty awful mistake, folks. Of course, you wouldn't have known. I could have just not said anything. But I'm an honest man. I'm a plain and honest man. Gypsy Warrior asks, what do you make of Beckham going to Baltimore? Dude, I am so fucking happy that OBJ went to Baltimore. Could not be happier. I love Lamar fucking Jackson for that because he saved us. We were going to give a 30-year-old that hasn't played a game in over a year, that's essentially coming off 2 fucking ACL injuries. It wasn't, and he's a fucking, like, the players like him. So all the players would be excited to get him on the team. But he's not the number one for New York. He wouldn't be if he came. He probably really would barely be the number 2. I think Corey Davis is fucking as good as OBJ is at this point. You know, neither one's spectacular. Yeah, so so that's going to be an issue if he's not being fed the ball every single game, all season. Then he's going to start to fucking whine or mope, or the media will make it look like he's whining and moping, like whatever the case is. Because like the media is shitty, especially for a guy like that. Like there's really no reason to waste time on a guy like that. Not with the locker room you have. It's supposedly we're they're gearing up for a Super Bowl run. When they get Rodgers, but still don't have Rodgers. I'm not really worried about it though, to be honest with you. I gotta feel like it's gonna happen. It's a matter. They're waiting for whatever, be it the draft. Because I've seen issues where they just, like, the Packers want to know what players are going to be available with those second-round picks. So they're just kind of basically waiting to see what the Jets would be able to take with those. And they're going, well, yeah, we like these guys. Give us these 2 picks plus whatever the fuck else. Like, it could be that. It could be just a case of they got to wait for whatever fucking money to be paid out to Rodgers before they can spread the cap hits or whatever. Like, all that fucking legalese bullshit. The deal is essentially done. I'm not worried about it. It's going to happen. We're going to have a quarterback. We're not going to have to worry about fucking Zach Wilson starting. At least that won't be the plan. I'm not going to say it's the Jets. He's going to start a game fucking in 2023 season, but what are you going to do? But yeah, just fucking thank God Baltimore signed him to a $15 million fucking 1-year deal that can be worth up to 18 and change. Fuck off. Like, I know that I saw today it came out that there are a bunch of void years on that. So I think there's 3 void years. So technically it's a $15 to $18 million 4-year contract. But all those other years would void so that the cap hits would be spread over those seasons rather than all being due at once. And yeah, and I think the way they've also set it up is that he's making like 14 of the 15 guaranteed, like that was signing bonus. So like his salary is like $1 million for the season. Where are we at? I'm gonna get this out of the way because it made me laugh. Mr. Bombastic says you look like St. Jude's oldest kid. Oh, that hurts a little bit. But what are you going to do? A Big T. Oh, man, this made me so fucking happy. I laughed my ass off. This happened Thursday or Friday. I'm guessing that the show was Thursday night, so I heard about it Friday. So I don't remember everything, but I saw Kumi. No, yeah, so it must have been Wednesday night for Kumi to talk about it on Thursday, right? That makes sense. So apparently at some point, post O&A being liquidated, Club Soda Kenny kind of left all of them behind. I don't know. Maybe he's still with Norton. I'm not sure. But basically, Club Soda Kenny was a New York City police officer turned private security guard, mostly because he was a shitty, dirty cop. But it's besides the point. At least that's what I remember anyway. I guess I'm an idiot. So Um, fuck, man. Train of thought. So that's and like he was. I guess he came up, and I guess how Norton would have met him was he was private security for Andrew Dice Clay. So, and then at some point, early '90s, Dice started taking Jim Norton and Jim Florentine on the road. So, and then Norton kind of started to get bigger, and he got on the on O&A and all that shit. So he kind of brought Club Soda Kenny over, and he became Norton's bodyguard slash like he'd be the guy that fucking he'd go out and count the fucking heads in the audience so that comedy clubs weren't fucking Norton over and shit like that. But he's just a really fucking. I wish I had like thought to actually talk about this on the show so I could have pulled up at least fucking small clips. I guess when I have more time to fuck around on the post show, we can dive into this a little deeper, but a lot deeper. Like diving into Club Soda Kenny at all, I think is a pretty big dive, but a leap, whatever the fuck. So that's who Club Soda Kenny is. And so he used to like fucking just be in the studio with him every day. And if I recall correctly, Kenny left Opie first because he used to drive Opie to the studio every morning. He picked at least Opie up, maybe Norton too. I fucking can't recall anymore. So like as Opie got more unfucking hinged and just like jealous and vindictive and all that shit, I think that all kind of split. Like Opie talks to nobody anymore. No one likes him because he's a fucking talentless douchebag. But Kumi is a racist drunk. He said some pretty. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I guess he'd made comments in the past about Burr's wife. On top of basically Bill Burr and Anthony Cumia couldn't be more opposed politically. I guess they could be because Bill, I would say, he would be more of a Democrat, in the classics, whatever the fuck. I don't know, like an old school Democrat, like a '90s Democrat, for lack of a better fucking label, versus Cumia's like Stormfront psychosis. But whatever. So like that all basically post Cumia Twitter rant. For anyone who hasn't seen it, look it up. Maybe I'll fucking, I don't know, man. There's Beige Frequency. There is a 5-part. It's 5-6 hours long documentary on Anthony Cumia and his fucking dim-witted brother. That's something I can probably fucking. That might be a Patreon series. God damn, that could be fun. A lot of weird fucking baby boomer Long Islanders, though. We keep that under lock a little bit anyway. Those fucking retards are gonna give me their money if they're gonna, attempt to harass me, man. The pastor's gotta do work. Hey, we're back at it, boys. Shut the fuck up, fucking Fred from Brooklyn. Oh, anyway, let's fucking try to get through this, huh? So basically, every year since Patrice O'Neill died, they do a benefit for him, like in honor of him. For I don't know if fucking Von DeCarlo's still getting money. I hope not. Well, like for his mother and sister and shit. And then for a while, the broad he was living with and her child. But that cunt, fucking whole different topic, tried to swindle his fans out of a bunch of money for a documentary that she never really planned to make. Eventually, Burr had to buy it off of her to fucking sell it to Comedy Central. Or some shit fucking along those lines. She's a cunt. But so basically, after that Cumia Twitter rant, he and Burr didn't speak, which I'm sure they weren't doing a whole bunch of talking off air before anyway. At least after a point. Like post Trayvon Martin, I think. Trayvon Martin, or maybe the Obama election, the 2008 election, kind of fucking broke Cumia. But yeah, so Kumi, I guess, apparently got fucking hammered because he says on his show that the day after that if he was sober, he probably wouldn't have even bothered. But since he just gets blackout drunk at the fucking drop of a hat, he thought it'd be a good idea. And before he could even get to him, Club Soda Kenny just fucking like got in front of him and said, "Go." What was it? Fuck. Kumia says it because it was pissed. I know it pissed him off because he couldn't fucking let it go. That because Kenny said like one word, just it was either go or leave or whatever the fuck or out. It might have been out, something like that. But which I think is fucking. I used to do that shit all the time. You go, well, just let me out. I just want it's out. I want to finish, but out. Like fucking just go. See ya. Fuck off. It's essentially planned ignoring. I don't know. It's fun to me though, but I love it because fuck Kumia. Kumia is a funny guy. At least he was. Norton can still pull it out of him once in a while, but he's just a fucking wet-brained closet homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, the closeted part. Just come on, buddy. All right. So you like to sue lightning. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? People are people. Oh, fuck. Ben Grimm in the house. What's up, baby boy? Billy Beans. Sorry I'm late. Grandbaby is out of NICU, and I just left. He's so tiny, I'm scared to put my big mechanic hands on. You don't touch him with mechanic hands probably for the first 3-4 years. I assume you didn't touch your kids until then for the same reason. Just because it's a grandkid doesn't make it any different. Speak to them and interact with them. Just keep your giant idiot hands off them. You'll break them. Sorry. Good to see you anyway, Billy. I believe that's a congratulations and not a, oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, Gypsy was right. He caught it. It is a congratulations. Oh, shit. Jamie Hart. What's up, Jamie? Gypsy says, classical liberal is what I'd call Bill Burr. Bill Bean. Jesus. Billy Bean says, Bill Burr was funny before he got married. Now it's everything is white women's. It is fucking white. White women suck. Let's not pretend they don't. Like, he is very right about that. And I mean, the proof of that is, what did the white women do when the last time he hosted SNL? The only time, right? Maybe? That fucking monologue. Like, they blew every fucking orifice out on their collective body. It was real gross. There's blood and cum and shit and piss. Just black stuff. Candy canes. Oh, Danny boy. How are ya? Gypsy says, I used to really like Anthony Cumia. Something about him changed, but I don't know why. So I explained that, or at least why I assume. Oh, man, I got to find this picture. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, good. I found it. Thank God. This might give me fucking some kind of strike. I don't care though. Where the fuck did it go? Are we gonna play this game today? Because that's gonna make me real sad. I just want things to work when. I don't know why it's doing that. I can't fucking save images from Google anymore. They save as JFIF bullshit things. I am considered a bit of an R word, so maybe this worked. Oh, please. Yay, it did. So this is some old Opie and Anthony lore. Reddit / Opie and Anthony lore. That is Sue Lightning with Nanakumia. So anyway, yeah. So yeah. Dan says white women should be put. No, I didn't say that. No. You're not doing this to me, Dan. I did not say that white women should be put in camps. God damn it. That's not. Don't clip that. Fuck you. Big T says Kumia got. Why the? Oh, because I downloaded a thing. That's why it's small. Kumia got threatened about stepping foot in the club, so Kumia is meeting up with a former female coworker who was African American. Oh, is it Slave Girl? The fucking oh my god! There's an old Opie and Anthony episode that fucking is like Louis and there's a black female intern, and they do this weird like fucking race play, sort of erotic something or other. Um, yeah, and it's fucking crazy. It's on YouTube. I used to have like just fucking. There used to be like a torrent. I had like all the Louis appearances, all the Patrice appearances. I was working on Colin Quinn appearances, and then just didn't finish cataloging them. I guess I don't know. I don't know why I stopped. That was years ago. Fucking probably 8, 9. Ew. I hate doing any kind of fucking. When did I start doing that math nowadays? I don't know. I guess I'm semi interested. What would come of this? There, Big T, as far as Kumia trying to go to the club again, but I don't know, man. Big T says it is what is it? Huh? What am I talking about? Did I lose? I'm going crazy. Anyway, Gypsy says Jessie Dubai would definitely be one of them. Well, she's a lovely lady. Dan says you need to shave the sides of that mustache now, Steak. What are you talking about? Shut up. I am confused and lonely. Oh, Hitler! Don't call me Hitler! Don't call me Hitler. I am not Hitler, you son of a bitch. I need tobacco now. Oh, it is Slave Girl. God damn it, he can still be funny sometimes. That's fucking great. Oh, son of a bitch. How the fuck is Anthony Cumia gonna make me laugh at him? It says you are literally Hitler, Steak. Just to be fair, I don't hate white women. I don't hate all white women. Like Jamie's a good one. Somewhere in there. Someone else agreed with. Oh, Gypsy, right there. I don't. Oh, Jessie Dubai is a handsome. I don't call her handsome. I don't like that. Glenn Close is handsome. Jessie Dubai is pretty. Sort of. Like in a. I don't know how to say it. Pretty in an intimidating way, I think. I don't know. I just know a lot of older Spanish women that have faces like hers, and just makes me feel like a little niño, poquito, ay ay ay. That's rackism, pal. With a rather pointy cane, though. That's good, Gypsy. Fierce. That works. Fierce. I like that. Dan has a question for me. He asks if you could pick any two people to do a podcast, who would they be? Well, it's a podcast idea that's been thrown around in the last month or so. I kind of would like to see like a weekly Dan Soder and Shane Gillis podcast. I don't think that's what we're getting because I think Dan Soder was on YKW. Is this just like a fucking podcast gossip show now? What are we doing? God damn. But Soder was on YKWd this week, and they talked about how Dan's probably going to end up doing his own podcast because you really can't get by without one as a comedian these days. At least it seems that way. But he said he's probably going to have it be just him with like a guest, weekly. Maybe. I guess he's still figuring shit out, but kind of puts that to rest. But fuck, would that be hilarious every week? Like, I never really got into the bonfire because Big J's fine. He's funny. Like, I'm not going to say he's not, but he's a little, he gets on fucking these runs where he's just very one note. Just dick. Look, dick, penis, penis, cock, prick, big one, black. Fuck. Worked a double today. I'm very tired. I don't know if that's noticeable, but I apologize. I'm trying my hardest. That's why I'm just kind of panicking when Dan's trying to fucking have me canceled. So I truly don't know what I was talking about. Big TS, my thoughts on the Dalai Lama kiss. Do you think that was just trying to be funny, or given the fact he's 87, he forgot his surroundings and accidentally exposed himself? ¿Por qué no las dos? Yeah, that's probably both. I feel like with everything I know about the Dalai Lama, which I assure you is a ton, he likes to make his lover laugh. That's one of his love languages is humor. So yeah, he did expose himself because he forgot where he was, but he was in fact trying to make the little boy laugh. Oh, suck on my tongue! Oh, no! Oh, that's a funny joke, I tell you.
The faggot of the opera!
Can always count on that fucking weirdo to bail me out. Whew. I got a little hot under the collar there. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm buying 1,000 of these fucking things. Hold on. Oh, nope. That is to invite guests. Sorry. We'll share screen. So this is, so you got to look up Feed Nana, which is this whole thing. I don't know if we can get this bigger because it is the wrong one. Share this one now. Will you fuck off? Look at that. Like, it's beautiful. It's just B. Kumia. Dan says the Dalai Lama is moving to B. Jameson Avenue. Gypsy said if he's sucking a little boy's tongue, that's some shady shit. Ben says that's hot. Gypsy says, God, I would immediately bust if the Dalai Lama asked him to do that. Dan, I did not say nuke Tibet. God damn it, I did it again! I don't like you. Oh, shit. So, yeah, I don't know. Real bad week at work. I had to fucking really hold myself back from knocking out a 5 foot tall fucking Chubsy Ubsy clone. But I don't know. I guess I did introduce the entire fucking staff because I'm a piece of shit, and I don't know. I lost my train of thought because I'm crazy, but I don't know. Chubsy Ubsy, old Norman Chaney, is one of the funniest fucking human beings to ever walk the planet. Real fucking tragic story his too, by the way. Big T says when the Dalai Lama stuck that tiny tongue of his out of that small head, he legit looked like a squirt. Squirtle. I don't do Pokemon. Cliff Booth says I'd peel B. Arthur's grilled cheese any day. Nobody in their right mind would not peel B. Arthur's grilled cheese. A gypsy asks, what do you think the Dalai Lama looks like when he comes? His eyes just go real wide. And he opens his mouth. He does like soy face, like, oh! And he's just pulling in air. He sounds like Kirby. It's a whole goings on. God damn it, Billy. Billy will not be outdone. Like, he's not trying to do it, but he's just like, there's something that no matter what fucking the level has been, Billy's like, it's like he Rain Man's just something even fucking just more grotesque. Billy says, I'm rubbing one out looking at this Dalai Lama news story. God damn. Dan says he reaches enlightenment in Suspiria 2018's anus. Oh, yeah, your Lamanez. Mr. Bombastic says, Steak, I'd like to propose a boxing match between the two of us, but I want a trampoline to be provided for me. That's fine. You can have the trampoline. Just remember, you're going to have to come down. You could jump up. But then, literally, I can just go, huh? And that could be fun. But then imagine if I punch into it. I don't know what you want. You might need something to... Maybe, why don't you get like arm extenders? Or how about this? Yeah, you can jab at me with like grabber claws. I think that'll make it fair. We'll put grabber claws on or fucking boxing gloves on a grabber claw. 2 of them. We'll give you 2. It's fair. But you have to be taped. You have to be taped to them. You can't drop them, Listen. Billy says, I've got the trampoline, but y'all got to be naked. And only I can watch. All right, I'm in. Send me the contract. Bombastic says, no, the trampoline is to get me to your face. Well, yeah. Let's just get a stepladder for that. Because then you're gonna climb back down. It's fair. And then it's like, what do they say? It's like, oh, we'll let you keep your dignity. That's what it is. And Gypsy says, how about a compromise? Gimp suits. Gimp suits? I don't know about all that. But very, very miserable Easter. for me, actually. I had to work an evening shift. I worked alone, so that's better, at least. Because frankly, the idea of working with anyone that works an evening shift fucking really makes me want to walk into heavy traffic. So that's one thing. Me and the broad got into a fucking fight, and that happened most of the weekend, though. It's whatever. We're gonna work through it. It's all gonna be fine. That shit is, but like so that was a thing for a while, and then fucking work kind of sucked, but it was mostly fine. And then something else, other things. Like I said, I've wanted to stab a fucking fat little gremlin pig for most of the last week. Not really for longer, but it really heightened in the last week with my boss on vacation. She really thought she was going to come in and just do whatever the fuck she wanted, but where else are we? I don't remember. What the fuck was I talking about? How did I get there? Oh, so yeah. So basically, I came home last night fucking exhausted. Like, I cooked Easter dinner for the guys at work. It's whatever, no big deal. Because it wasn't anything fucking some grand thing, but doing all that and then the rest of the shit by yourself. I came home and I fucking popped in the brand new Scream Factory 4K of Midnight Run with Charles Grodin and Robert De Niro. A movie I've never seen before last night. And this movie's great. It's such a fun, like, fucking buddy cop movie, even though it's only one, like, whatever the fuck kind of like road trip movie. It's kind of, to me, I got heavy Bulletproof beats, and I know Bulletproof came after, so I don't know how much was borrowed in the story or whatever, or like, even just like accidentally inspired by or whatever, but really fucking cool. Great type of movie. De Niro's hilarious in it. He's just fucking angry motherfucker. Like, back when he could actually, he was in good enough shape and young enough to do something like that. It's not him throwing off 3 roundhouses in like a 15-minute scene. Roundhouses. 3 small fucking soccer kicks. Christ. Grodin's amazing in it. Yaphet Kotto's in it. He's amazing. I don't know the fucking guy's name. Fuck. Marvin. Marvin in the movie is John Ashton. That name sounds familiar, but I don't know him from anything. I think fucking Marvin might be my favorite character in the whole thing, even though Grodin and De Niro are like 10 out of 10 fucking characters in this. But fucking Joey Pantoliano's, why did I call him Joey? Like, I know the dude. Whatever. He's always fucking great. He's in one of my favorite Tales from the Crypt episodes. What the fuck's his character in the first Matrix movie is amazing. Just a fucking real piece of shit that one is. What's his name? Like Cervix or whatever the fuck stupid pseudo futuristic name that they give him. Those ladies made one good movie, that's for sure. What's up, Mikey? Old dying breed in the house. Speaking of dying breed, shout out to Mikey. I got this in the mail today. A couple of these. I got a note. I should have brought that in. Could have read it for everyone. But perhaps that should stay private. But those are cool. I'm going to probably try to figure a way out to slap those on a stop sign or two around the area. Just some good old school vandalism. I might keep one or two to fucking throw out the next time I chip something to someone. Another cool thing I got. This is. Oh, look what happened! Oh, let's just smile about it. It's not that big of a deal. Hey, bad things happen all the time. There we go. We're all good. So me and Dan were talking about it. I don't know if it was, probably wasn't on the air here, but on one of the Patreon episodes a few weeks back. We were talking about on this show, on the main show. Actually, now I remember we were talking about my top 5 favorite stand-up specials of all time, which on that Patreon, that fucking corresponding episode, I fucking realized that the best fucking stand-up special of all time is the original Kings of Comedy. God damn it. But you know, I did fucking pick this up. The George Carlin commemorative collection. It's 1,700 discs of everything he's ever done. No, that's not true. But it's got all his HBO stuff, so everything from On Location with George Carlin all the way through to It's Bad For You. Life is Worth Losing is the other the Carlin special I couldn't think of on that. I'm pretty sure. But it's got I like it. I kind of like it when a lot of people die audio CD, which is fantastic. I listened to that in the van while I was on tour for the first time, the fucking second it came out. But it's got Life is Worth Losing and It's Bad For You on Blu-ray as well as the DVDs of all the other shit. A lot of different appearances from stuff, different HBO specials that are like clips of his favorite bits from his specials. All kinds of fucking shit, man. It was only $50, $60 maybe, something like that on Amazon, but got this. I thought this was cute. You know, the front cover of it, you got old fucking like 50s, 60s Jack and George shit. And then you got the old man, the old cynical old prick. It's cute. It's got a little book that I think the liner notes are written by Pat Oswalt. I think it's, right here. Fun, beautiful. And then this sweet little poster that I'm going to unfold for the first time. Mikey with one of my favorite fucking lines from anything. It's just such an odd, like, fucking series of words. But, I don't know. Trying to do this in a nice manner. It's cool, though. Oh, fuck. We're just going to set it down as to move the show along, you see. I'm sure no one wants to listen to fucking paper crinkle for 20 minutes, so we won't do that. Oh, no, worth the fucking every penny. I would have paid double easily for all of that shit. That Midnight Run 4K was cheap, too. I didn't have it, never seen it on anything, so I figured it's worth the investment there. Gypsy says, spooky sauce. Dan asks, are you seeing Evil Dead Rise? I plan on it. I don't know if it'll be that weekend, but definitely before the month is out. Big T says, I believe De Niro's next movie is going to be with Sebastian Maniscalco. He plays his dad. He is currently working on Martin Scorsese's next picture, and it's almost 4 hours. Listen, man, Scorsese and Tarantino have done enough good in my eyes that I'll give them. I'm sure there's others I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. I'll give them the fucking, the chance to keep me, invested in something long like that. Like The Irishman is not his best, but it's definitely watchable and rewatchable. There's a lot of really great stuff in that movie. It's not Goodfellas, it's not Casino, but it's not bad either. It's not bad either. Bombastic says Bigfoot is a similar focus issue. Dan says it's hollow steak. Quick, grab Elizabeth Shue's boobs. Cliff Booth says Gringo Poppies. No, we're not doing it. Listen, I get it. That's a joke. It's a whole fucking meme. I can't even as a joke run with that one. Fuck that guy. He sucks, and I hope he dies. But Billy says Carlin on Campus is what sparked my interest in comedy. I think Carlin really did get me with Life is Worth Losing. Like that's the one. It was on demand on Adelphia cable to kind of put that in a fucking time capsule because Adelphia went out of business shortly thereafter. But yeah, Carlin on Campus is probably not talked about enough as far as his specials go. Bombastic says Dice Live at MSG is absolute gold. Big T says Carlin really did let it fly during It's Bad For You, especially towards the end of the special. Yeah, he's just so fucking mean, and he's like all that shit's correct. Like I know it's like kind of lame and fucking gay or whatever the fuck to like he was right about this and like I don't know, sure maybe, but like if his words were true at the time and they've at least held in meaning, if not expanded and fucking become something more. Maybe it's okay to fucking be like, well, this comedian was a pressure or whatever the fuck, shut up. But Dying Bruiser, rat shit, bad shit, dirty old twat, 69 assholes tied in a knot, hooray, lizard shit, fuck. Sorry. Gypsy says his favorite De Niro movie is Cape Fear. Cape Fear is good shit, man. What's up, Brian Trash? I don't know if I saw you earlier. I don't know if I fucking said hello, though. So, hello. Cliff says, are you kidding? Hot sauce on a chocolate chip cookie? Classic stuff, man. I'm going to call the cops. And he says he's genuinely menacing in that movie. It is true. He's a real son of a bitch. He's a real you-know-what. Am I right, folks? Speaking of Tales from the Crypt, check out fucking real cool shirt from Gutter Garbs. Got Larry Drake. How many people have Larry Drake on a shirt? Probably less than 1 million. That's pretty cool, right? Oh, shit the bed. Where was I? I feel like I was going to talk about something today. I feel like I had something that I was actually fucking interested in talking about. But, I don't know. I know that I fell into that fucking, I was speaking with my grandmother when I got home tonight. And I fell into that fucking stupid trap that everyone with like the Mexican pizza or what else did they just do it with that no one gave a shit about until it was gone. But she said that she told me they're taking the hot tamale, the little cinnamon candies off the market because the red dye just causes cancer. And I'm like, motherfucker, they better not get rid of it. And I haven't eaten. I love them. They're delicious. They're probably one of my favorite like candies, like non-Sour Patch Kid candies, I guess. But I haven't had one in years. So who gives a fuck, man? Like if they don't put them back on the shelves, don't fucking skin off my back. But like I don't know, like how do you re-release that with like a natural brown cinnamon color? Or that's what it was. The fucking stupid Choco Taco. I think that was the other one, Ben. Thank you. But I fell into that for a minute. I'm like, who gives a fuck? I'm not going to have any more of them. Like, it's not going to send me to the store. I can't eat the fucking things. They fuck with my teeth. It's better just to cut those things out. I'm becoming an older, bigger fucking faggot of a man by the day. Just a. They changed the formula and I'm mad. Big T says they're saying peeps now cause cancer as well. Yeah, she mentioned peeps too, and I thought it was related to the color of the fucking sprinkles or whatever. It's not the marshmallow. I don't believe anyway. Fuck. Billy says if hot tamales cause cancer, that might be why my asshole leaks. Or all the gay shit. Could be either. Same, Billy. Same. Ben says, I miss Choco Tacos. Gypsy says, that was a perfect impression of Grandpa Simpson. Thank you. I can do them until someone asks me, and then I can't. I think I used to be able to do a decent Hibbert laugh. That'd make my youngest sister fucking crack up when she was a kid, but I haven't done it in a long time, so I don't think that's any good. These AirPods make shit harder to know, even more so than the very echoey room. Gypsy says, what about Sideshow Bob? Not even anything. No way. Uh-oh. Speaking of my youngest sister, she just sent me a YouTube link to the 10 Crack Commandments. So that's something. But yeah, none of that. That fucking Simpsons is a good show. I don't know. I might have to bug fucking what's his face there, the Canadian, old Fishtown boy. What's his name? Cole? That's his name. The silver guy. Because he's the only one that's like in this, as far as like the streamers go, that I know that's really into The Simpsons at all. There may have been someone else that just came out of the woodwork, but I don't remember. But that might be fun to fucking just shoot the shit about The Simpsons. Gypsy asks me, what season would you say The Simpsons peaked? The peak is probably season 7 or 8, I think. I mean, at least in my opinion. I mean, if you want to go by ratings or whatever, I wouldn't know where to start. I don't care about ratings. Like my favorite season is season 4. Yeah, season 4. Favorite episode is actually a season 5 episode. The B Sharps episode. I can't remember the title. Christ. But as none of you probably know, because you're not fucking the biggest nerds on the planet, I feel like Simpsons nerds you don't see because they're not a lot. They don't like to fucking be on the computer anymore because the computer lights are too bright. Like wrestling nerds would be able to bully a Simpsons nerd, but Christ, the whole season 4 is fantastic. But the B Sharp episode was written in season 4. They just didn't have room for it in the schedule, so it kind of got saved for season 5. I just think it's such a fucking terrific episode. Baby on board, something, Burt Ward. Cliff Booth says the first 10 years are the greatest thing ever. I would definitely say the first 9. A lot of 10 is pretty solid. There's a couple times where it goes off the rail. I don't remember. 10 and 11 were the last ones that I would actively watch a bunch of times because I used to I'd get them from my mom every year for the DVD sets every year for Christmas or my birthday, depending on when they came out that year. But yeah, so like 10 and 11, I would still kind of play and replay. From like 12 through 17 or 18, 17 is where I stopped. I watched through them once. I think I threw the commentary on for all the tracks once and fucking didn't think about them until they got destroyed. So I don't know. That's why when I fucking went back and bought them all, I stopped at 10. I stopped at 11. Because even most of 11 sucks, but it does have that fucking Behind the Laughter episode, which I think ends the season. It's amazing. Dan says, I didn't keep up after the Simpsons movie. All throughout the 90s and into the early 2000s, it was great. Yeah, which, so season 17 actually is a really, probably, I'm guessing, underrated season. Because there's actually, there's a Sideshow Bob episode where they're in Italy. He's got like an Italian wife and a baby Bob. Sideshow Baby. But a couple other episodes I don't remember. But I remember, goddamn, every episode, I was laughing hard. And I was sober at the time. Not for any real reason. I just didn't care to spend money on shit like that at the time. Cliff Booth says the Hank Scorpio episode is his favorite. That's a fantastic one. Ben said, I saw a video where a guy ranked every Simpson episode. The video was 6. Was it only 6 hours? Because I'm pretty sure I saw that too. When I first moved back to New York, that was one of the things I'd throw on to go to sleep to. Big T says Simpsons fans are more respectable. Pro wrestling fans, such as myself, are first ballot Hall of Fame assholes. Dan says Simpsons World at Universal is still such a blast to me. So we got the that came from some Quickie Mart in North Carolina. Gypsy said, if you had to pick a favorite episode, what would it be? So yeah, I'm gonna go with. It does change because for a while it was Last Exit to Springfield from season 4, which was the power plant strike episode. I don't know. But all right, what other fucking questions you got? Shoot them off. It's like we're going to wrap it up here and head on over to the Patreon. But while you guys are typing in the chat there, I'm going to take a little time, just a little, to thank all my lovely patrons. Everybody from March transferred over to April. Christian Hanahar, Nick Ridza, Jay the Stingray, Daniel Shine, Lauren Dixon, Mr. Bombastic, Retrocac, The Daily Ghost, Slaughterport, Brian Trash, Ben Grimm, and Jennifer Lynn. Oh, yeah. And also over on the Patreon, for all you fucking cocksuckers that haven't voted yet, I know you're my patrons. That's why I can speak to you that way. All right, it's how this goes. It's not a big deal. It's not disrespectful. Go vote for the April watch along on the Patreon. There are currently only 4 votes. I have more than 4 patrons, so some of y'all got some shit to do. Just come on, bro. Whew. Big T says, I love the one where Homer reforms his boy band and they sing on top of the roof of Moe's. Yeah, I think that's the B Sharps episode, man. They do that at the end and they have George Harrison. Fuck! They have George Harrison fuck, my man. And boy, does he. No. They had him wear a funny hat. No, shouldn't do that. Don't make a hat rack joke. That's what you do when you don't have a hat rack joke, folks. You pretend you were going to. I bet he drives by in a limo and he goes, "It's been done." And Cliff Booth says there used to be a Simpsons computer game years ago that I used to play where you could wander around Springfield. It was great fun. Yeah, dude, I'd kill for like an open world Simpsons game. Like I know there was Simpsons Hit and Run and all that shit, but that one's not that great. All things considered, I mean, it was fine for the time. I don't know why I said probably it was. I know. Ben asks if I've gotten a stuffed crust pretzel pizza yet. I have not because I don't know where there's a Little Caesars around me. Even like, that's one of the tragedies. The closest one that I know exists, and I only know it from pre-pandemic. There's one in Altoona, PA. So that might even be gone at this point. I don't know. Big T says The Simpsons Hit and Run is still to this day one of the greatest video games of all time. They made a Simpsons game for the Xbox 360 that was good as well. They made that fucking Simpsons movie game, and that sucked a pretty big dick. Remember, I rented that from Gamefly and wanted to fucking snap it in half after like 2 hours. But, shit. Brian Trash, we'll end it on this. What's your favorite cereal? Well, we can't end it on this. I have to do some Johnny explaining. My favorite cereal. You know what? Today we're going to say my favorite cereal is Fruity Pebbles. There's a chance you'll ask again in a month and it'll be Cocoa Pebbles. It's usually one of those two. Sometimes some Reese's Puffs in there. But I don't even know the last time I had a bowl of cereal. Probably within the year, but not anytime too recently. But before I go, band that I enjoy a lot, Darker Days, has released a new single featuring TB Monstrosity from Blitzkid. So I'm going to leave you with that song. And then, we'll say hello and goodbye to Abbott Hayes, and we'll be done till next week. And then for you folks that know, we'll be doing something else. But so, ladies and gentlemen, Darker Days, I love you. Iris loves you.